The judge leaned back, fingers tapping the bench, as if weighing every lie the defendant had ever told. "You're asking me to trust you," he finally said, "when you couldn't even stay clean long enough to keep your bond?" The prosecutor slid a file across the table, logs, screenshots, every alert from that tampered monitor. The defendant kept shaking his head. "It wasn't intentional. It was the cleaning stuff." But the judge wasn't buying it. "You want Thanksgiving? You want home?" he said. "Then explain why I should believe you'll be sober tomorrow when you weren't sober last week." Silence followed.
When are you going back to school?
Hopefully by next.
No. We're not doing hopefully.
February of next year,
Perhaps when you leave court today,
Or-
it might be a
or no,
good
leave
time
court
for you to look
today.
into that.
even more.
Can I just ask you this? Why wouldn't you just do what your dad may want you to do? Is there a reason?
Not necessarily. It's just I'm bad at starting stuff and sticking with it.
No, your dad came down and sat with you at the last year.
Yes. Each one of them.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I was watching. And he just sat there very patiently while you were going to come up here before the court. I'm sure he had other things that he could do.
Almost everything.
But I watched that man and he never left his daughter's side. Right?
Correct.
But why can't you do something that would probably mean the world to that man?
Yeah. You are right.
What?
I said you are right. I do.
I know I'm right.
Right.
That's right. But why can't you do that for him?
I could. I just gotta put forth the effort.
Tell you what, Miss Wiley, can you call Judge Washington before I talk to her? I tell her I'm keeping this case. You are going to go to school.
Thank you, sir.
So her sentencing date will change. What is it?
22nd.
We're going to do it December 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. That's before me. Everything's going to need to be paid at 14B, but so now that this case is mine, when are we going to school?
I'm gonna figure it out as soon as I get out of here, sir.
I heard your attorney tell you that.
I'm gonna talk
What's
to my
wrong?
dad about
Why
it.
are you crying?
That's just like a great opportunity.
What is?
Being able to like not only like get it in front of you, but like be able to go back to school. Like actually, well, it's just been hard to get my life together, to be honest.
That what?
It's been a bit hard to get like my focus straight, my life together for like a minute.
It's not going to be that hard, lady.
Yeah. Thank you.
The thing that you got to do, you just got to put. Yeah. You just got to do it. You think everything for your dad throughout his life was easy?
No, it's definitely not.
And so there came times where he just had to make that first step and then go to that next step. Where were you enrolled in school?
Monroe Community.
Monroe. So their classes, like every other community college, will start back up in January.
He thought he had the upper hand, Every loophole memorized, every excuse polished. But the courtroom had a different plan. The judge's eyes locked on him, calm yet merciless, and the room fell silent. "Do you really expect me to believe that?" The words were soft, almost casual, but they carried the weight of a verdict. Sweat formed on his brow, his mind scrambling for an escape that didn't exist. Every person in the room sensed the impending collapse. The truth he tried to bury was now standing in full view, and there was no hiding from what was coming next.
This should be the first step.
Yeah. And so you can go down there. You know how to fill out FAFSA?
Yeah.
You know about all of that.
A little bit about it, yeah.
Well, you better find out a whole lot about it. And I want you in classes by January. And when I say that, I don't want any cream puff classes. You come in here with underwater basket weaving or something like that, and I got someplace you can sit until you rethink that decision.
Understood.
Understood?
Understood, sir.
Young lady, if there was anything in the world you could be and would want to be, what would it be? Just
You're gonna think I'm crazy for saying
no, I don't think anybody's crazy. Well, you're an attorney. But I don't think
Just a
anybody's
little,
crazy.
Judge.
Just a little.
Um,
What would you want to be?
one of my dreams since I was a little girl was to get into like modeling and acting. Just because it's something my brother used to do when he was younger, and I just thought that would be just like a great career path for me.
Okay. And if you want, no, that's not crazy. But if you wanted to follow that dream, why don't you?
I don't know.
Because here's the funny thing. You can have that dream that's what you want to do. The great thing about life and the great thing about education is that as you're going on that journey, all of a sudden you see something else. And now's the time in life for you to be able to sort of grab onto something else and just look at it. Because there's a whole lot out there that you have no idea about. Nothing. I mean, you just don't know. It's a whole world open up. So you're going to be on a journey with me, and you're going to figure that out.
Absolutely.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Dad, you want her back, or you want me to change her bond? You want it? See? He didn't even have to take you back. All he had to do was say, "Judge, take her." You'd be gone. I wouldn't even ask any questions. Bond will continue, young lady. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you to Your Honor.
All right. And you will get in touch with my probation department down here. They're down the hall on the left. And Ms. Polero will explain to you how I am about school.
Okay. And then any future dates that I need
The
to-
22nd, she said.
22nd. So I'll see you before Christmas. And we'll decide if there's going to be a Christmas. Because if Dad comes in and say he's disappointed, you're going. All right.
Yes, sir.
You take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dad, take care of yourself.
Happy Thanksgiving, Your Honor.
Yes, and to you, Ms. Faltez.
Thank you.
All right. I got two up here.
Awesome. I got my feelings.
I don't know what you're saying. Court calls case People versus Anthony Wilson. Yeah, they need the one back. That's their last in custody. Or now, they got one more.
Oh, Ash helps for people.
And Alex,
I did.
good afternoon, Your Honor. Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Wilson.
You're bringing him.
Could you state your name? State your name.
Anthony Wilson.
Thank you. Your Honor, I appreciate the court's accommodation in passing this matter. Before we broke, the court asked that I get in contact with the lab in Detroit that Mr. Wilson's been testing at. We were able to do that. Mr. Wilson did provide a sample on November 22nd. The test results have not yet been processed by that lab. But with that said, Your Honor, he is drug tested November 7th, November 9th, November 22nd, which is consistent with random testing once a week, which was initially ordered. The issue is he needs to have these results provided to community corrections by signing a release of information. And if the court is so gracious as to continue his bond, I would make sure that is done. That said, we have no result for the November 22nd date. And I think the bigger issue here is Mr. Wilson tested positive for THC in the first 3 samples he provided, and he expects he'll test positive for THC in the sample he just provided. I spoke to Mr. Wilson, and he is going to take the steps to either get a medical cannabis license or refrain from using marijuana while he's on bond. And he understands that cannot use marijuana while bond. Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider continuing his bond based on the fact he's made his 2 court appearances. He has not been charged with, or he hasn't been convicted of any crimes in, it looks like, about 10 years based on my review of his criminal history. Mr. Wilson is a father. He has 2 young kids. And when I went back to speak with him, his number 1 concern was making sure those kids get picked up from school. So we did make arrangements to make sure that happened. Mr. Wilson works 2 jobs. He works for DoorDash and Uber in addition to currently building his home business. Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider continuing his bond. I don't believe he's a threat to the public. I don't think he's a flight risk. And with these bond violations, he's going to get compliant with his bond.
He's gonna what?
He's going to get compliant with his bond and remain compliant with his bond.
What I should do, Mr. Wilson, is I should lock you up for a couple of reasons. One, you're in violation of your bond, but at least you've been testing. Explain to me something now. Because your counsel makes a good argument about kind of letting you go and letting you do these things. Explain to me, when I sent you back, why you had to act like you did.
I didn't act like anything.
Mr. Wilson. Your Honor, when I spoke to Mr. Wilson.
What were you telling these officers? Because all they're doing is following my order. So if you want to maintain that you did nothing, then we'll maintain that and I'll just make my darn decision. They do not deserve to in any way be disrespected.
I apologize for my outburst of what I may have said. At the moment, because someone used my name, I'm going through this instance, so I'm totally innocent. I'm being really drugged through the mud because of this. So I'm very frustrated. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I get it.
So
Is that anybody in this room's fault?
I take accountability for my action. I apologize for the way I acted. There's no excuse, but it's just so much on me right now. It's just I've never been to Ann Arbor in my life. And the 2 times I've been here, I've been in cuffs both times. And I've never been here in
And
my life.
maybe, can I just say this? Maybe what you should do is just check your attitude. And I'm dead serious about that. Because when I found out what happened back there, you weren't going to see the light of day through Thanksgiving.
I understand, Your Honor.
And you know what's funny about that is? It was the people you disrespected that even started me maybe changing my mind about where you should spend Thanksgiving. Because while you had already disrespected them, they realized that you've got kids, that you want to be someplace.
Yes.
So instead of giving them a hard time, you ought to thank them.
I thank them for what they did. Do they help me get in contact with my family to at least check on my kids?
Exactly.
I'm responsible for them, and without me, they can't get back and forth to school or anything.
Right. And they got that, didn't they?
Yes.
And they made sure that you could do. That's the only reason that you're still back there right now.
I understand, Your Honor.
Think before you start doing stuff. All right.
Yes.
And I realize you might be frustrated by this whole process, about everything that's going on.
Totally, Your
But
Honor.
young man, give it a chance to just work itself through. Because acting the way that you're acting now, those kids are going to be without dad.
You're absolutely right, Your Honor. These couple of hours away from them has been a lot.
Yeah. And think about it if it were just a few days, because again, that's where you were.
I understand, Your Honor.
Are we adjourning this out?
Your Honor, I would request that this matter be set for examination.
So the discovery is complete. You have it.
Believe so, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available the 23rd.
We will try for that date, Your Honor. One of my officers, I'll have to double check with him, but I'll try for that date.
Preliminary examination in person, December 23rd, 2025, noon. That's before me, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So you will have an opportunity to show me if you can use your head about this.
You're right, Your Honor. Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, 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 sir.
And if you come back here before me and that's not it, we're going to have a problem. And when I have a problem with people, who wins?
Probably you do most of the time.
Probably in here, always.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Excuse me, is there anything I need to sign before? Because that's the whole problem we're having here.
What do you mean?
I'll make sure the appropriate releases are.
Oh, the release. I don't have the release. So here's what you got to do, young man. The place that you're testing,
Yes.
you got to get a release. Then the public defender can help you. You got to get a release to them to release the results to community corrections.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing you got to do is you got to get on that medical marijuana card so you're not in violation there.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
So it's really simple. Don't mess it up.
Yes, sir.
Let your bond continue. And you know what? Those street folks around you, you need to thank them for your freedom.
Yes,
Because
sir.
I wasn't going to do it.
Thank you, sir. Have a happy holiday.
You do the same. Enjoy your kids. Who is? Why does these files keep coming out? Marco's case, people versus Terrence Vineyard.
Prosecuting attorney for the people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Ginyard. Record again?
Terrence Ginyard, Your Honor.